If you want the truth about why men lie so casually to the women they like, here it is. The kind of truth that pries open the ribs and exposes the soft organs underneath. Men lie because honesty exposes their weaknesses, and nothing terrifies a man more than a woman seeing the pathetic little boy hiding inside the romantic disguise. The more he likes you, the more terrified he becomes, and the more fluent he suddenly is in the language of half-truths, omissions, and beautifully packaged bullshit. That's your hook. If it stings, it's working. A man lies to you not because he's evil, but because he's fragile. Men will parade around like conquerors, but the moment they actually want a woman, they start constructing these hilariously ambitious illusions, carefully polished versions of themselves they hope you'll fall in love with before you ever notice the real thing trembling behind the curtain. They don't want you to meet them. They want you to meet the edited version, the one with better lighting. And here's the best part. The smarter women, your kind, the ones who play men like pianos, can always tell. They just enjoy watching him sweat through the performance. I respect those women. They're the only true audience this gender deserves. There's a study from the University of Massachusetts that found 60% of people lie at least once in a short conversation, but men lie more when speaking to someone they're attracted to. The stakes turn their tongues into weapons and escape routes. Attraction creates insecurity. Insecurity creates storytelling. Storytelling creates men. Men lie casually because lying is the only tool they trust. Truth requires competence. Truth requires emotional discipline. Truth would force them to admit they don't have it together, that they don't have as many options as they pretend, that their confidence is 70% caffeine and 30% performance art. A lie smooths all that out. A lie lets him maintain control. A lie lets him pretend he's impressive. A lie lets him believe he's still the hunter, even though he's the one trembling at the possibility of rejection. And let's be honest, some of these men lie with all the subtlety of a drunk mime, but they try. They try because they believe a lie keeps you hooked, and they think your attachment is the victory. What they don't realize is that women aren't confused. They're collecting data. Every lie is a confession disguised as confidence. The real danger, at least in their minds, is letting you see them clearly. Because once you see a man clearly, you know exactly what power you have. And men would rather swallow fire than admit you might have leverage. Now here's the part that still makes me laugh. If anyone had told me years ago, back when I was living a life that would have made philosophers collapse and priests request early retirement, that I'd eventually be coaching women on male psychology, I would have assumed they were insane. Yet here I am, a former pimp explaining men with the precision of a surgeon and the amusement of someone who's seen too much. Life is funny like that. One day you're running games. The next day you're teaching women how to see through every man's game like it's printed in bold font. Men lie casually to the women they like because vulnerability threatens them. They lie to protect the fantasy of being better than they are. They lie to keep you in the dark just long enough for them to feel safe. But the moment you understand the lie, you understand the man. And once you understand the man, you decide whether he's worth interrogating further or leaving in his delusional little world. If you like this breakdown, subscribe. You clearly enjoy the kind of truth most people pretend they can't handle. And I want to hear from you. What's the most casual, ridiculous lie a man has ever told you? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. My coaching link is pinned in the comments section, because apparently life enjoys irony. And in a few days, I'm launching a new page where you can subscribe to weekly emails. Former Pimp Explains Men. Trust me, you won't find this curriculum anywhere else. Welcome to the truth men hope you never decode.